Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the cafe. I am super duper excited. First of all, guys, look who's hanging out with us at the cafe. It is Wanda M. Morris, boys and girls, and we're talking about her latest release that released on yesterday, October 25th. Guys, here it is, Anywhere You Run. I don't know about you guys, but I am super duper excited about this book. Look, I even tried to match the cover. I hope I did okay, Wanda. But we are excited about this book, my friend. And so I want you, Wanda, to introduce yourself to the people, my friend.
Oh, thank you for having me. First of all, Angela, I just love your enthusiasm and your energy. You are spectacular.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for having me. So, yeah, I'm the author of All Her Little Secrets, which was, it's over here, my first book. And then, like you said yesterday, Anywhere You Run, which came out. And they're excuse me, they're kind of different books but kind of alike
Okay.
in many ways. They both deal with very strong women who persevere through some really hard times.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. And look, now maybe it's just me. Okay, so the first book is kind of like red, and then the second book is kind of like blue. Do you have a thing with bold colors? I mean, what is that?
I mean, come on, Angela, look at the color of my jacket. I have not met a bright color that I don't like. Okay. I
I
love, love,
love
love color.
it.
So, yeah, I always have to give a shout out to Ploy Serapine, who is the art director. I'm looking at the cover. She's the art director for HarperCollins, and she just knocked it out the ballpark. They asked
Yeah.
me, what did you want for the cover of my first book? And the only thing I knew I would definitely wanted was a Black woman on the cover. I
Okay.
wanted a Black woman on the cover of the book, and man, they knocked it out the park with that.
I love it. They did with both books, both covers. And
Mhm.
speaking of cover, we got to talk about this cover a little bit more.
Yes.
Stunning. I mean, the two women on this cover. Oh my goodness. That just makes it a little more bold. It's intriguing. It pulls you in.
Mhm.
Then the blue lighting that's on them. Man, this is one of
Yeah.
those covers that when you see it, it's like, okay, I want to read it. You don't know what it's about. It's like you see the cover and it's like, I'm in. Tell us
Yeah.
about this amazing cover.
So that cover came about in an interesting way when they went to do the second book cover.
Okay.
They wanted to kind of keep the same brand, strong Black women on the covers of the book. I can't even take my eyes off of them. And so they looked around for stock footage and couldn't find any stock
Okay.
footage. So they actually did a photo shoot
Wow.
for that book cover. And so those are two models. And actually, the young lady where you see her profile happens to be Miss South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So they actually did a photo shoot using period clothes, all sorts of props, the hairstyle, the makeup. They did a spectacular job on both
They
covers.
did. They
So
did.
very proud of those both.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. And going a little further than the cover, let's talk about the title. Of course, guys, if you read the book, you'll understand the title. But Anywhere You Run, was this the original working title for you, or no? This title came about in another way. Look, spill the tea.
Oh, so I am horrible with titles.
Oh no.
Um, so my first title, the title for my first book, All Her Little Secrets, was originally The Elephant Fighter. And that title came about from an African proverb that says, when elephants fight, the only thing that suffers is the grass. And I love that title. And my editor was like, I don't think it's thrillery enough. So we
Right.
bandied about a bunch of titles and landed on All Her Little Secrets. And so this time I didn't really have a working title. So when it was time, they were like, okay, we need a title. And I was like, oh, you guys. But yeah, I always want something that kind of gives you a hint of what's inside the book. And I was like, well, it's a cat and mouse kind of thriller. So anywhere you run, your secrets are going to find you. And so
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
landed.
I love that. I love that. And so for me, matching the title with this amazing cover, yes, it definitely just sucks you in. For me, it speaks like suspense and thriller, like, ooh. So I'm so glad for both the title and this amazing cover. Now, I want you to share a little bit to us what inspired this story of these two sisters that have
Oh,
these secrets and they're on the run. They're running from something, boys and girls, okay?
yeah.
But what inspired this story?
You know what? I had just finished up my first project and I was looking around for what I would write about next. And we had just finished the 2020 election.
Okay.
And there was all this noise and rancor about, stolen elections and voter fraud. And I thought, oh, it would be really cool to write about that. But I couldn't really figure out a contemporary angle.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I wanted to explore voting rights.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided to kind of go back to the origins of voting rights
Mm-hmm.
and the people who fought very long and hard for Blacks to have the right to vote in this country. And so that's how the idea came about. Now, I had to put it in a mystery because, I love a thriller. I love
Yeah.
that are fast paced and, mysteries and thrillers are kind of my jam. So.
I love that. I love that. Boys and girls, if you are just joining us, you already know what I'm going to say. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down to the cafe because we are hanging out with Wanda M. Morris, guys. And we are, look, I'm going to say we are still celebrating with
Yeah.
her. Anywhere you run, guys, it is live and in color. It came out on October 25th, guys. So, of course, we can still celebrate the release of this amazing novel that, guys, you got to read it. And, of course, later on in the show, we will definitely be telling you how you can get your hands on a copy of it if you haven't read it so far. But Wanda, I definitely got to ask you this question. When you
Mhm,
think about this particular book and when you start writing this book, your
mhm,
second book,
mhm.
what came first? Those characters or the plot?
Always the characters.
Oh,
Always the
okay.
characters. I always start with characters. I think I must build a plot around them because my characters are always, strong women,
Okay.
that have flaws. They're not perfect,
Mhm.
and neither of the, 2 sisters in this book are, but what they are is perseverant and determined.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
always start with my characters.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Mhm,
Now, speaking of characters, and we're gonna, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about the two sisters or what have you. But thinking of these characters in this book,
mhm.
is there a character that was kind of fun in a wicked way, if that makes sense? Wicked, twisted way to write. And was there or is there a character in this book that at moments gave you pause, like you kind of had to sit with it or sit with what they were doing or sit with their thoughts?
Yeah, there is a character like that.
Okay.
It is, just to back up for a minute, the book is about 2 sisters who take off
Mhm.
running to different parts of the country. One has just killed, the man who brutally attacked her, and that's Violet, and the other one
Mhm.
is pregnant and unmarried. And, each of the sisters runs to a different part of the country, but what they don't realize is that there's a very dangerous man who has a
Mhm.
unique motive for finding the women, and, he is in hot pursuit of them. And, I think writing his character,
Okay.
was tough in some places because his character I like to think his character is nuanced, that,
Okay.
you know, this is a man who has these secrets, is doing some very bad things,
Mhm.
but his motivations for doing them are rather heartbreaking. And
Mhm.
the reason why, he was so tough, not only because he was doing such bad things, but because when you looked at the reason why he was doing them, it makes you think, "Oh my goodness, what would you do in this situation?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
overall, I drew his character as well because I wanted to demonstrate that this caste system, that racism and segregation um, had put together, it drew in and it hurt not only Black people, but some white people, some disenfranchised and poor whites.
Mhm.
Um, and it also demonstrates too that people seem to think that racism trumps even their own interest, their own self-interest.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so his character would sometimes, I'd write some of that and then I'd have to go and sit with it. And even the opening chapter, when you read the very opening prologue of the book, that was that was a moment I had to kind of sit with that scene too.
Wow.
I don't want to give any
Wow.
spoilers away, but yeah.
Boys
Um,
and girls, you are in for a treat, and she's gonna share a little snippet in just a little bit, guys. So hold on. I know you want to hear a little bit about this amazing story. Anywhere you run, if you are just joining us, we're hanging out with Wanda M. Morris, talking about her latest release, Boys and Girls. I just want to tell you to check out that cover. Okay, just check out that cover. It's Wanda. It's like you said, you can't help but to just like keep looking at
I
it.
love to keep looking at them like I'm looking behind me. I know I look like crazy, but I'm
Yeah,
just
it's like
looking at the
you
cover.
just want to keep looking at it. I remember when they did the cover reveal, I was like, okay, count me in. This cover is just wow. It's one of those wow factor covers that I love.
Mhm,
Yes, yes. So Wanda, tell us a little bit about, let's start with Violet. Let's start with her. If
mhm.
you had to describe her in 3 words, and if you need to use a few more, you can. How would you describe her to the people?
Oh gosh. I would describe Violet as headstrong, smart,
Mhm.
and loving.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm,
definitely.
mhm.
Definitely. Okay. Let's talk about Marigold. Tell us a little bit about her character.
Oh, Marigold, I would describe her as smart as
Mhm.
well. A bit naive,
Mm.
uh, but determined.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah. I would definitely say that as well as well. Now, in this story, there is some dialogue where you had to kind of go there, or you decided to go there with some of
mhm,
the terminology,
mhm.
or what have you. Why did you feel like that was important to go there in this story being told? And of course we know it was, this story's in like 1964, starts in
Right.
1964, what have you. But why do you feel like that's very important to have that dialogue in there, even though it can be, a bit,
Yeah,
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 it's real, it's
yes,
very
it's
definitely
real.
real. And
That's a great question, Angela, and I'll tell you, I had to push back a little, with my editorial team about, some of the language, trigger warning, there are some epithets in the book.
Mhm.
Um, but the reason why I fought to keep it was because, as you mentioned, we were talking about, Deep South, Jim
Mhm.
Crow, 1964 Mississippi. And first and foremost, that's how people talked. And I
Mhm.
wanted to make
Mhm.
sure that this book was an immersive experience for the reader, that you really
Mhm.
felt like you were in 1964 Mississippi. The other reason why I fought to keep it was because words matter. That
Yeah.
whole sticks and stones may break my bones stuff. No, no, words matter.
They
And
do.
particularly then, because when you call someone an epithet, what you were really doing was telling that person that they were less than. They were
Mhm.
not on your equal. And so they largely use that as a mechanism to make Blacks submissive, to counter Blacks' confidence,
Yeah.
and their perseverance. And I wanted this book to be authentic,
Mhm.
to the time period in which it is set.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I know people do not like reading those words, and I get that. And perhaps this book isn't for you. But if we are talking about 1964,
Mhm.
which oddly seems very parallel to 2022.
Mhm.
And many of the issues in this book are still issues that we're grappling with right now in the 21st century.
Mhm.
Equality at the voting polls,
Yeah.
um, police brutality, a woman's right to govern her own body,
Mhm. Mhm.
the church's problem with gay and lesbian people. All
Mhm.
these issues that are in the book, a book that's set in 1964, are still issues that we grapple with in
Mm.
2022. So for me, it was very important to keep those terms there.
Mm, Thank you for sharing that as well. When you think about this story as a whole, and even some of the things that you just shared with us, what was the research like for this
Mm,
story?
mm. Thank you for that question too. I always like giving a shout out to the Auburn Avenue Research Library on
Mm,
African American history and culture. It's a library here in Atlanta that's dedicated to the African American experience here in this country. And so when I decided that this was the topic I was going to write about, I walked into the library, told the librarian, hey, here's what I need, you know, information on. Can you help? And he was
mm,
like, I got you. And they opened up all these books and papers and pointed me in all the right directions. And I tell people, if you're researching, any aspect of our culture, particularly from a historical context, they are
mhm.
online and their resources are available to anyone who has a computer and can tap into it. So, yeah, the research, some of it was difficult, no lie, reading firsthand accounts of people who were actually at the forefront of fighting for our right to vote,
Mhm.
fighting for access to the front of a bus or to sit at a lunch counter. Reading some of those firsthand accounts, beatings and lynchings was tough.
Wow.
But there was some upside, some fun side research. Researching the clothing and the music and the makeup of the era was actually a lot of fun. And if you go to my Instagram account, I posted some ads and some dresses and fashion from that era because that was a lot of fun to research.
Yeah. Look, and I'm going to ask you this question and then I'll let you prepare for your snippet that you're going to read to us. Speaking of music, there is a playlist I
Mhm.
heard.
Yes.
Okay, Wanda, spill the tea, my friend, because I love a good playlist and a lot of our readers, they love a good playlist. Tell us about this playlist for Anywhere You Run.
Yes. So there is a playlist, and you can find it on my website, wandamorriswrites.com. If you go to the book Anywhere You Run and scroll down, you'll find the Spotify playlist. You can just click it. And if you like old 1960s music, there's everything on there from James Brown to Frank Sinatra to Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
Yeah.
There are also some civil rights anthems on there, songs that actually talk about the viciousness of racism, like Strange Fruit.
Yeah.
So there is a whole wide variety of music there, and it was really fun for me because music is, despite the fact I don't play an instrument, I really love music. I love
Mhm.
music, and for me, a lot of these songs help put me in the mind of the characters that I was writing,
Oh,
and
wow.
help to kind of fill out the scenes as I was
Yeah.
writing and I was thinking of this music. So yeah, so go check out the playlist. I think there'll be something on there you like.
Oh, wow. I like that. I like that. Now, speaking of the playlist, and of course, you setting you into the tone and the mindset of the book as well.
Mhm.
Was some of the songs on there, would you play them while you were in the writing cave, or you would just play them right before? What was that process like?
So usually I would play them as I was working around the house or driving in the car. When I actually write new material, I have to write in silence.
Oh,
So yeah, it's really kind of odd. I write in silence and I
okay.
write in longhand. So I write
Ooh.
paper and pen. And then I
Really?
take that, yeah, I have sat at computer terminals in front of blank screens because I just can't compose that way. But with a pen
Wow.
and paper, I start that. But then when I transfer the longhand into the computer, I'm usually listening to the music and I edit as I start to put the material.
Wow.
I know
Thank you
it's
for
a
sharing that
messy
backstory. 'Cause I'm
process.
such a nerd. Like I'm so intrigued. I love stuff like that. I mean, you see how I like got so excited about that. But yeah, I am super nerdy and stuff like that is like way cool.
It's not the most efficient process, but it's a process that works for me. So if
Hey,
it
it
ain't broke,
works
I'm
for
not
you.
fixing
I
it.
love that. I love that. Okay, so Wanda, you're getting ready to share a little snippet with
Mhm.
us. I'll let you set up the scene. Boys and girls, Wanda M. Morris, she's going to give us a little bit, guys, of anywhere you run.
All right. So this is at the beginning of the book, we see Violet. She has just killed her attacker and she is leaving her home in the middle of the night. And she has mixed feelings because she's going off and leaving her sister. After Rose died, folks always like to compare me and Marigold like we was two different shoes. Like I was a harlot's high heel and she was a sturdy Oxford. Marigold was the smart one. I was the pretty one. Marigold was the one who made good decisions. I was the one who made fast decisions. Marigold worked hard at getting rid of what she called her accent. Me, I just talked the way I talk. Marigold with all her dreams of going to college and becoming a lawyer. And then there was me. I didn't have no dreams unless I was asleep. So maybe I enjoyed a social outing more than I did a school book. But that didn't make me a bad person. Why do people always think things got to be this way or that with nothing in between? Hell, me and Marigold was more alike than we was different. She would understand my leaving.
Boys and girls, there you have it. It's just a little snippet of anywhere you run. It is available, guys. We will be telling you where you can get your hands on a copy of it as well. I am super duper excited about this book and you guys reading it and going on that journey with Marigold and Violet, guys. I'm just telling you for that. Now, Wanda, we have to play a round of this or that, my friend. I promise you, there's no right or wrong answer because it's all things according to you. Are you ready?
Okay,
Okay, let's get ready. All right. First things up, audiobook or podcast?
podcast.
Okay.
I like holding a book physically.
Oh, okay. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Okay.
Early bird. I am sleepy right now, Angela. Okay. But for you, I'm staying up.
I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Beach or mountains? We taking a trip. Which one? Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Oh,
Always beach. Always
okay.
beach.
Look,
There's
like the
something about
water, the
dipping
sand
my
under your
toes
feet.
in the sand. Hmm.
I love it. I love it. Okay, glass half full or glass half empty?
Glass half full.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay. Look, we taking a trip. Are we on a plane ride or it's a road trip time?
Oh, good Lord, it's got to be a plane. I am. I did too many road trips as a kid.
Oh my goodness. All right. Fall or spring?
Fall. Oh my
Ooh,
God, this is my favorite time of the year right now, and my
mine
birthday is in the fall.
too.
So yeah,
Yes.
always fall.
I
Hmm.
love it. Look, something about just the colors of fall, the
Colors,
smells of fall,
the
just the
sweaters.
yeah. Look, for me, it's sweater weather. I love
Yeah,
sweater weather. And look, pull out
yeah.
the boots. You know, yeah, fall it is. I'm with you. Now, Wanda, we have to ask you this one for the cafe, my friend. Are you team tea or are you team coffee?
Team tea.
Oh, team tea.
Coffee
I
makes me
love it.
jittery. Coffee makes me jittery. Yeah, and it's got to be herbal, preferably ginger or chamomile or peppermint.
Oh, okay. I see you. I see you, my tea friend. Wanda, the time goes by so fast.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, it goes by so fast. But thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thank all of you for hanging out with us, guys. And I want you to know that there is a giveaway on tonight, boys and girls. It's going to be a copy of Anywhere You Run, boys and girls. And so, Wanda, this is how we will decide who the winner is. I'm going to go up and down the comment section, my friend. You get to tell me when to stop, and that person will be the winner of a copy of Anywhere You Run. All right, I
Okay.
am ready when you are. Let me get my little scroller. Okay, I'm scrolling whenever you tell me to stop.
Stop.
All righty, let's see. Jennifer, Miss Road Trip, you are the winner of a copy, my friend, of Anywhere You Run. If you will inbox me your information, we'll be sure to get you a copy of Anywhere You Run. Wanda, I want you to share with the people, where can they get their hands on a copy of this amazing story?
Absolutely everywhere you buy your books, preferably buy them from your independent bookstores because you save the independent bookstores who save us, the writers. But you can also find it at Barnes and Noble, Target, Amazon, of course, anywhere you buy books.
I love that. I love that. There you have it, boys and girls. Go out and get you a copy. And I want to make sure, Wanda, it is available in ebook, print copy. Is it available in audiobook as well?
Yes, it is.
I
Audible.
love it.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, and
And
they're
guys,
phenomenal, phenomenal actors. There are two actresses
oh,
and one actor who are reading the roles. Yeah, so
nice.
oh, it's oh my God. I don't even have words to describe it. It's so good in Audible, if I must say so myself.
I love that. I love that. See, boys and girls, whatever suits your fancy, if you ebook, audiobook, print copy, it is available. So definitely go out and get you a copy of Anywhere You Run. And guys, definitely make sure you leave a review. I know that Wanda M. Morris will be so appreciative of you guys leaving a review as well. And so, Wanda, before we leave, I have one more question that I want to ask you. What did you enjoy about bringing us this amazing story, Anywhere You Run?
Mm, I think it is bringing forward a part of history that is American history, first and foremost. And it's the part of history that a lot of people are trying to erase now with political and polarizing rhetoric. And I like the fact that this story puts it front and center, that
Mhm.
those things that are important to our history, and particularly to Black people,
Mhm.
is now front and center through this book. I am very proud of this piece of work.
Wow. Wow. Guys, there you have it. Anywhere You Run is available now by Wanda M. Morris. So, Wanda, we definitely have to ask you, how can we stay connected with you?
Oh, great. Yes, please do. You can find me on my website, wandamorriswrites.com. And I'm on all the platforms. I am on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I'm on TikTok too, although I'm on there like scrolling through and, blowing time instead of writing what I should be doing. But I'll tell you, it is like a time suck. But yeah, you can find me on all those platforms. WandaMo14 on Twitter, Wanda Writes on Instagram, and Wanda Morris Writer on Facebook.
I love it. I love it. And guys, if you already have the book, if you when you get the book, definitely take pictures, tag Wanda M. Morris,
Yes.
tag William Morrow as well, like, tag, and share. Tell
Mhm.
everybody, guys. We want them to go out and get this amazing, amazing story. And again, we'll definitely make sure that we put Wanda's information in the comment section, boys and girls, so you can follow her on her website, so you can follow her on social media and stay in tune to what she have going on. And guys, she is not through touring. She also has some
Mhm.
other virtuals. She also has some in persons. So if she is coming to a city near you guys, you definitely want to go out, support her, and meet her, and get you a copy of Anywhere You Run. Wanda, before we leave, I want to allow you, my friend, to have the last words of what you want to say to the people.
I just want to say thank you. Everybody has been so gracious and so generous in their praise of this book. And I am grateful. Um, I am blessed. And I don't take a minute of it for granted. So please. Oh, and don't forget, All Her Little Secrets has been optioned for television, a Showtime television show starring
Exciting.
Uzo Aduba. So all her little secrets. Oh my gosh, all her little secrets is going to be a Showtime miniseries.
That's so exciting. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. Yay. See, guys, you get the tea here at the cafe. I love it. Congratulations, Wanda and Morse. That is amazing news. And we are definitely rooting for you here
Thank
at the
you.
cafe, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. And spread the word. If you like the book, please tell your friends and family. Spread the word.
I love that. I love that. Well, guys, that is our show on this evening. Again, Wanda M. Morris, thank you so much for
Thank
accepting
you.
the invitation and coming and hanging out with us here at the cafe and sharing a little bit about your new release, Anywhere You Run, as well. Boys and girls, thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us on tonight. Again, I want to say thank you for everyone who sent stars on tonight, guys. I am always so appreciative of you sending stars. If you're watching this on Facebook and you would like to send stars, there is a little shooting star at the bottom by the comment section. Feel free to send as many stars as you like. Thank all of you guys for watching me on YouTube as well. Feel free, if you haven't done so yet, click that little bell and subscribe to my channel, Angela Anderson's YouTube channel as well. Guys, let me tell you, go out, get your copy of Anywhere You Run. Like I said before, if you've already read it, definitely make sure you leave a review. That's it for tonight, guys. As I always say, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.